Okay, guys, I am back. Sorry for the long extended weekend. I had a lot of family activities planned over the weekend and I was very busy and I didn't really I underestimated my allotted time I allowed for myself to do other things, which is why I ended up missing Friday's video. I am terribly sorry. But I did have a wonderful weekend with my family, and I am back. Happy April 1st, everybody. It's April Fool's Day. I don't know if any of you guys do anything with April Fools or not. I personally don't. I'm not big into that. But anyways, I also ask that you be patient and bear with me for today's video. I just came up with the theme for this week only a few hours ago, so I've been scrambling trying to get all of my supplies figured out, testing things out and such. So it's kind of gonna be like a play by your ear kind of day. But I am super excited to be working on something today that I've been wanting to make for like a month now. And I'm finally doing it because I found a tool that I didn't realize I had to make this. And yeah, I'll explain more later. But I am going to be making a honeybee journal. But I'm not going to make just, any standard regular journal. No. We're going to do a honeycomb shaped journal, or rather hexagon shaped journal. So I have already got the outer shell made. I will show you how I kind of put this together. But the reason I haven't started making this is because I needed like a template to make the hexagon. And I was looking through stores trying to find something. And then I was cleaning. I was doing a bunch of cleaning over the weekend as well. And I ended up finding this. I did not realize that I had this. This is a quilter's hexagon template. And this is actually was something that I was looking for in the stores. This is what I wanted to use to make my actual template to cut out my journal so that I had a perfect hexagon shape. So I am now finally making my honeybee journal because I actually have my template to make the perfect shape. It's just kind of all falling into place right now. So what I did was, as you can see, this template is slightly smaller than my actual template. So how I made this slightly bigger is I have one of these cool little doodads. And so I just traced right around the edge on a piece of cereal box. And then I cut this out, and this is the template that I am using. This is what I used to trace and make my journal cover. It's also what I'm using to make all the signatures that are going to go inside. So let me show you quick how I made this piece and how I have it, how it's actually all attached. It's all one piece. I didn't glue nothing together. It's all attached. I'm actually really excited about this. So I used a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. And basically all I did was I folded it in half, like so. I folded it in half, and then I put one of the straight edges along the two flaps here, this edge. So I put it along that edge. And then as you can see, there's a little gap here. So then I traced around the whole thing, and then I just kind of made little marks here because I'm not cutting it. I want that fold in there. So I just made little marks. And then I cut all around that. And then I just made little scores right at the edge of the hexagons. And that little fold there, that's that little piece there. And then it just, it's all attached. So then I got my little journal. I was so happy that it turned out. I was really worried it wasn't going to come out very well. So I was playing around with it and trying to measure and figure it out. That's why I already have this done before I started recording, because I didn't know it would come out so well. So I've already got my little cover done, and it turned out so good, you guys. So I just need to finish making my signatures. I'm adding 3 signatures into this, and I'm just using standard like that. I think it's A5 size computer paper. So I've got 2 signatures already done. And so I need to cut out one more signature. I'm using, hang on, 6 pages for each signature. Let's see. I think I want to make sure. One, let's see. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm using 6 pieces of paper. That will make 24 sides on each signature to work with. So how I do that is I'm counting out 3 pieces of paper first. I got three pieces here, just 3. So I'm going to fold these in half. So like the long way, you're going to fold this end to this end, like so here. There's a good crease like that. All right, and I'm going to do the last one here. We're going to do 1, 2, 3. All right, fold this one in half as well. Make sure those are all nice and together. I'm not worried about perfection with this, actually, because a lot of these papers are going to be like covered up with stuff. I plan on adding a lot of fun little cute things into this little journal. So I'm not too worried about those edges being perfect. I am not worried about that at all. If you want them perfect, that is totally your call. Okay. Now I've got my pieces of paper folded in half. There's 3 in each. I'm going to take a straight side and I'm going to line it up with the folded edge, here. And I'm going to take a pencil and I'm going to trace all around it, like so. Do the same for this one, right on the folded edge there. Trace all around that. Again, I'm not worried about perfection. And then I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm just going to cut them out. Super, super easy. Come on, hold still. Come on. Yep, it's just a matter of cutting out. Again, I am not too worried about perfection. If it's crooked, it's crooked. It'll still work. It's just paper. All right, toss the scraps aside. Trim up this edge as well. All right. And I'm going to put this inside this one. And then we have our last signature to add into our honeybee journal. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is going to be so awesome, you guys. This is going to be so awesome. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Now we got to sew in the signatures. I've already got a piece of embroidery floss threaded up on a needle. It actually matches the cover, which is awesome. Okay, so let's start with one. I'm going to, how do I want to do this? I'm going to do probably a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Let's see, I've already got this little fold in the center, so I know that'll be one signature. Then I got to do another one, probably right alongside there, and another one alongside there, which is perfect. Okay, so actually, how I do it, now everybody does their pamphlet stitch signatures, whatever. They all do them differently. Everybody does them differently. This is how I do mine. So I'm going to poke my holes in my signature first. My 3 holes there. And then see, I got my little holes on the back there. So then that is where I line that up. And then I just make a little tiny mark. You probably can't see it, but I got little marks there. And then I'm just gonna poke holes there. Okay, see? Voila. And I'm gonna do that with the other 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and poke my holes. I'm gonna keep these organized. Don't you worry. You're probably gonna be like, well, you can't put that in there, and you're gonna mix it all up and blah blah blah. I get it. Okay. You don't need to tell me. I get it. Okay. I get it. I will make sure to keep the signatures separate so that all of them line up. So like here, we got 1, we got 2. Okay. And then this will be 3, okay? Don't worry. This is basically, this is just how I do it. This is my way. You don't have to follow my way. There are lots of other different ways to sew in signatures. Plenty of other people have made videos on it. This is not actually 100% a tutorial. I am just making a journal and I'm taking you guys along for the ride. Okay, there, look. Holes are punched. All the holes are punched, and actually, let's slow down and take a step back first. Before I sew in my signatures, I would like to ink the edges of my cover. I'm gonna ink the edges. So let's see, I have antique linen here. I did actually test out a bunch of other colors on some of the scrap paper. Where's the scrap? Right here. See, I tested out some colors. I don't know if you can, that's way too dark. And then I did like a yellow on this edge. You can't even see it, but this edge here, you probably can barely see it. That's what antique linen looks like on this. So that's the one I'm going to be using because it's the one that looks the best. So we're going to go ahead and first ink our edges, because it's not too dark, but it's also not very light, so you can actually see it. It's very subtle. So I'm doing both inside and outside. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I can't wait to actually start decorating this week, you guys. I can't wait. I've got some fun little ideas. I was brainstorming this like when I was stuck at work pretty late, so I'm like thinking, what am I gonna do for an idea? I had no clue. I had nothing planned. And so then I remembered when I found this, when I was cleaning, I'm like, I can make my journal. I can actually make my journal because I found that template. And I was super excited. So I was like brainstorming, figuring, okay, how am I gonna do it? What do I need? How do I wanna decorate it for the rest of the week? So I've got some fun ideas for the rest of the week. So hopefully you guys will come back and we'll decorate this. I'm just like, oh my gosh. And I love it because it's different. It's not your traditional rectangle square kind of journal. It's different and I love it so much. It's actually coming along a lot better than I was expecting. If I'll be honest with you guys, I was not expecting this to actually turn out because I wasn't very well planned. Like I said, I came up with this like last minute when I was at work. So I wasn't able to really have enough time to test it out, test the waters. So you guys are my guinea pigs. I'm testing it out with you guys. So let me know what you think. Is it cute? Does it work? Plus, I've been wanting to make a cute little bee journal for some time. After I think I saw Nicole at Relax Cut Glue make one. Oh my gosh, it was so cute. So stupid cute. And you wouldn't believe how many cut and collage books are out there that are all like themed around honeybees. I actually have 2. One of them is already all cut up. The other I am still working through. It's actually the one you saw. This one is Jane May's Buzzing Blooms one. This one's got some amazing pictures. So cute. So I can't wait to use a lot of those in this journal. I've got some fun ideas for some really cute things. So this is making me happy. I'm happy. I'm in my happy place right now. I am in my happy place. All right, this ink is actually looking really nice. I like it. I'm getting ink all over my hands right now. All right. Okay, there we go. Inside and outside has been inked. I'm gonna do this. Fold a bit more. There we go. And I'm gonna do this. Fold a bit more here. Okay, there we go. Yay! Oh my gosh. Oh, it looks awesome. Okay. Let's go ahead and put that away. Now, it is time to sew in the signatures. Let's start with, this is number 3, so this is going to be in the back. Okay, let me get my string untangled here. Now, I want to start it to where my string actually hangs down from the back. See, like this is how the journal's going to go. So I want the strings coming down from the back at the top because I want to put beads on them and make cute little dangles. So what I need to do is actually have mine start by coming in through the top from behind in the back and not going down in through the middle. So if I can just find, I'm kind of trying to watch the camera and then also stick a, okay, so I'm gonna make sure that I leave a halfway decent little tail in the back so that I can tie a knot. And then I'm gonna go down through the middle. Right, hang on, down from the middle, up. Yeah, that's fine, it's fine. It'll still work, it'll be fine. I know some people say you gotta go skip the middle, and so you can do it however you want. Just as long as your signature is sewn in there, it really, really doesn't matter. It really doesn't. I know everybody says, you know, it's gotta be done this way. It's like, why? Why does it have to be done that way? Why can't I do it my way? Like, it's like, what is wrong with doing it this way? Okay, so I'm going back in through the bottom. Hope you guys can see. I'm sorry if I'm all over the place. Okay. All right, so, and then I need to go back in through the middle here, trying to make sure that I don't actually sew through the string, which is very tricky to do. Okay, I think I did all right. Oh, get rid of the knots. The string is a bit long. I didn't know how long I should make it. All right, oh, it's perfect. Actually, I think I got it pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip it to the back here. Give it a little tug. I'm not gonna pull too super tight because I don't want the, you can actually rip through the paper if you pull too tight. Okay, so then I'm going to make sure that the knot is up at the top here. So start stringing my knot here. Come on. This is tricky. This is tricky. Okay. This is almost one of those times when I wish I had an extra hand or extra fingers. Okay. Okay. All right. I am going to add one more knot. So 3 knots total, actually, just to make sure that that is secure. All right. There we go. And then I'm going to trim off and make the tail as long as the other ones, so that way I can put some beads on it. And the first signature is in. Look at that. It's in. It's in. It's perfect. It's beautiful. Okay, let's move on. I don't know if I will have time to get to decorating today, so that just means that you will have to come back tomorrow when we will start decorating. Oh my gosh, we're going to add glitter, and we're going to add flowers. We're going to add beads. We're going to do, so I've got lots of cut and collage pictures. Actually, I got a whole stack of them here. Look at all these. Look at all these. These are all from a bee cut and collage book that I've already cut up. Look at all these fun pictures. And you wouldn't believe how many other cut and collage books are out there on, like, honeybees and cute little fun bees. And oh my gosh, it's going to be so much fun, you guys. My desk is going to be a mess by the end of this week, but I am here for it. because I'm finally making a journal that I've wanted to make for so long. It's gonna be awesome. Okay, I need to stop talking and start concentrating. What I want to do is also make this tail slightly bigger than the other one so that my little things can be all different sizes. So I want to make sure I'm gonna go back down through the middle. Be careful not to poke myself because this needle is very sharp. The string is also very long. Okay. Oop. Hang on. We need to make that tail a little bit longer. Okay, then I gotta go back up. Can't see. Can't see. Where's my hole? There it is. Okay, back. Come on. Through this one. Can't see it. There it is. Okay. Oh, what happened there? Oh, that is extra string. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Get those tails out of the way. All right. Sorry if I'm just, babbling to myself. It's kind of what I do when I craft a little bit. Okay, back through the middle. All right. Then I'm gonna bring it here. I hope you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. Sort of, maybe. Or should I have the knot come to the middle here? Then that way there's strings at each little... No, I want them all at the top. I want them all at the top. I don't want any at the bottom. At the top will be just fine. Okay, making sure I pull my string tight enough. Here's one knot. Okay, hold it down with my finger. Get the other knot in. I'll try to anyway. Again, I need more fingers or an extra hand. Okay, and pull tight. All right, one more, 3 knots to ensure secureness. All right, look at that. And then I'm going to trim it the same length as the tail. All right, and now it's time for the last signature. Oh, look at that. It definitely can't stand up. It has to kind of be at a funny angle. And it is kind of floppy, but I'm okay with that. I'm just happy. I'm so happy. Oops, sorry guys, I didn't mean to bump you. Okay. Final signature. This is the final countdown. Oops. All right. In from the back at the top. Gotta there it is. All right, I gotta make sure I don't have a lot of string left, so I gotta make sure that tail's a little bit on the shorter side. Down through the middle, back up through there's one. Okay. And then we gotta go big in. Okay, well, things are going good. Look at that. Wow, see, once you get to the very last signature, you're like a pro at this, and it goes by so much faster and smoother, and you're kind of like, why couldn't it have done that at the very beginning? Because it doesn't. That's just how all journals go. All right. Put my last little knot in. Again, I am trying to do this with like only a few hands, or a few fingers. All right, one more knot. I gotta find some cute little beads to add on. I wonder if I have any little bee charms. Oh my gosh, that'd be so cute. And there we go, just like that. All 3 of my signatures are in. Look at them all. Isn't that awesome? Oh my gosh. I can't wait to fill it up. I did make sure that there is enough space so that this can get nice and, it might be thick. By the time I am finished playing with it, this could be a pretty chunky kind of journal. So I made sure that there was plenty of space and room for it to get quite large and wide. But look at that. I have my honeybee journal. Oh my gosh. Look at, let's see, how many pages do I have again? Let's see, each signature has 6 pages, and that is a total of 24 sides. That's one side, 2 sides. So each signature has 24 sides. It's 24, 48, hang on, 72, right? 72. So I got 72, like, pages. 72 pages to work with, and yeah, it's quite a lot actually. But keep in mind, they are small. Like, this is my hand compared to one page. They're on the small side, but I think that's pretty good. I mean, if you've got a big page, it's kind of intimidating and daunting. But when you got something smaller like this, it just kind of, it makes it, I don't know, I want to say easier in a way, because you don't have to, do as much on a page if you don't want to. I'm so happy with this, you guys. This turned out better than I was expecting. It's just perfect, better than I could have hoped for, and I am super excited to work in this some more with you guys. So hopefully this was exciting enough for you guys, and you'll be back tomorrow. Didn't get it? Get it? Be back. Be back. Okay, I'm done. I'll stop now. I'll stop. But thanks again for joining me today and putting up with the Tuesday chaos. We are doing a bee-themed journal for this week. So super excited. We've already got the journal made up. That actually went pretty quick. If I'm being honest with you, that did not take long at all. That was a very quick put together journal, less than a half hour. But I already kind of was pre-testing beforehand, so you can make any journal, any shape you want. It doesn't have to be the perfect little square or rectangle. Think outside the box, you guys. Think outside the box. So I am happy and excited, and I can't stop playing with it. I can't stop playing with it. Look at how pretty it is. Oh my gosh. It's so cute. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay. All right. I'm done. Thanks so much again. Hopefully you liked the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment, and come back tomorrow and we'll start decorating. Bye, everybody.